Good morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 30th of April. Oh my gosh, guys. May tomorrow. What the heck is going on with this year? It is flying by. Now, first off, welcome anybody new to my channel. We've built a community here of people who are seeing through the pretty much BS garbage and lies that we're currently being fed. So feel welcome to comment. Please consider subscribing, but make sure you hit the bell notifications so my videos pop up. And don't forget, guys, hit those like buttons. Helps me a lot. Oh, it's so nice to be back home. I miss my doggos and my cat Charlie. There's no place like home, is there, guys? I had a brilliant time away, though. It's great to have new adventures and see new things. Now, I did promise I'd show you the what I bought at the Dirty Jane's vintage shop when I got home. I'm going to show it to you now to put on in my black lounge room. In my black lounge room. It's a printing block. See, guys? It's not very thick. It must be like a drawer because it's got a handle on it. So I'm going to put all my little knickknacks and bits and bobs in there. Isn't it beautiful? So that's going to go on my black wall in my lounge room, guys. That's what I got at the vintage shop. It's like a printer's. I think they put the blocks, the old printing blocks they used to put in them or something like that. I don't know exactly, but they're quite common. But I just really like the look of them, and I can put all my little treasures in there, like a little treasure thing. As you know, my black lounge room's sort of coming along. All right. Now, first off, I've got a tiny little bit of admin. Not a lot, guys. Cheers, everyone. I have got my coffee. Now, first off, guys, our video popped up. I do follow a lady. Some of you might have heard of her. Some of you might not have. She's brilliant. I followed her for years and years and years. When I first went through my awakening, I just really resonated with her because she's a highly intuitive person. Her name is Sonia Choquette. I'm going to spell it out for you so you can look up her channel. She's absolutely brilliant, got brilliant videos. SONIA CHOQUETTE, I think is how you spell it. Sonia Choquette. Oh, I think that's how you spell it. Sorry, guys, if I've got the spelling wrong. But I just want you to find it. You'll find it. She'll pop up anyway. Oh, sorry, I didn't check the spelling. I just wrote it down. There's a particular video of hers I want you to go watch that popped up yesterday that would be really helpful for you guys. I thought of you straight away. After I watched it, I thought, oh, this is really relatable. And it's called This Is Uncomfortable. Why Life Feels Different. Why Life Feels Different Lately, it's called. The new 5D world is here. I'm fogging up. That's wintry here now, guys. Grey skies and cold. So that's the name of her video. So go check that one out. I found it really interesting because it's really relatable. She talks about her deaf mother and how her senses were really heightened. And that's why she was allowed to be so intuitive in that, because her mother really understood using the other senses. It's just a very good video. Just go check it out. And it just really related. I could really relate to it because when I was telling you guys about yesterday how I feel at times in the last week or so, I felt a little bit, not nauseous, but this little sickiness feeling. I'm not sick. I don't think it's mine. I think it's collective. But just curious as to if you guys go through some of these things too. So obviously Sonia Choquette has been feeling a little uncomfortable is probably a very good word for it, as that video is called. Oh, sometimes you just need a coffee, don't you, guys? The other things I wanted to talk about, guys, were there was a really violent attack here on a woman in Perth. And, of course, guess who did it? Yes, a detainee that was released, not wearing an ankle bracelet, mind you. You should have seen her face. She was 73 years old, her and a hubby, and she got beaten to an absolute pulp. Her face was a complete mess. They got the guy, the detainee, and he had broken curfew and didn't have an ankle bracelet on. Surprise, surprise. So now Elbows in the firing line again, having to answer to why this guy was out. Same old. The other thing is Elbows in hot water again. I told you guys yesterday about the domestic violence protest. Domestic violence is through the roof. I think this is a global issue, huge issue here in Australia. Massive issue. I keep fogging up. Massive issue. But Elbows in hot water because he took the microphone. He took a microphone opportunity. He went to the domestic violence marches Oh, yes, and took the microphone from the woman who organised it all, and then she ended up in tears. I don't know the exact story, but now Elbow's in trouble again because he said he was the Prime Minister and he should be able to speak at these things or something. I don't know, it's a big kerfuffle. Anyway, basically, I guess Elbow took it as an opportunity to win a few votes over. And as we all know, pretend he's doing something about all the violence, domestic violence, etc. But as we said yesterday, maybe look at the cost of living crisis and the financial pressures people are under. That might help reduce it a bit, perhaps, because people are losing their crap, as we know, with the beast mode, pain bodies, anger, all the above Karens, with, name it all. And also today, there's a big protest. We got protests here in Brisbane. It's a youth crime protest. I've been telling you about the youth crime in Queensland, Jen. I've got a few of you up there. It's out of control. And really, Stephen Miles, the Premier, isn't doing a lot about it. So there's a great big protest march like in Brisbane. So there's marches globally for like all different things. This is what we've been saying. It's very confusing times. There's a lot of marches for this, and this. Very different reasons for marching. And the funny thing is, guys, for all of us, or most of us, were in freedom marches right back in the beginning and way back when this all began. And these aren't freedom. Well, they sort of are freedom. I guess we could take them as freedom marches. Like I say, guys, if anyone's protesting about anything, it's a good thing. We take it as a positive because it's still fighting against the government's kind of narrative. So it's not a bad thing. So any protest is, I guess, a little fight for freedom, isn't it, really, in strange ways? Well, youth crime is because people don't feel even free in their own homes now because of all the home invasions, etc. It's crazy. And that's happening everywhere. I know that is. The other thing is the royals. Well, we can't not talk about the royal Kardashians, can we, guys? Because they come up every 5 minutes. Harry and Meghan, yes, still on the privacy tour, being very private, as we know, in our faces every 5 minutes. But we've also now got Sophie's been dragged out of the woodworks. I don't know what's going on there. She's, that's Edward's wife. She was in the Ukraine, apparently talking about violence against women in Ukraine, which you can imagine. Don't even get me started on. That's a whole different thing. That'd be horrific. Imagine. Don't even go there. But anyway, they're using Sophie now to keep the royals propped up. Don't know what's happening with Kate. I did see there was the anniversary wedding picture or something like that of her and Willie. Like, what the hell is going on here? And Chucky, like you keep saying, guys, Sue, Louise, all of you guys over there, keeping me up to date on Chucky, still out there shaking hands with everyone. And I know a lot of you have been through chemo. You keep letting me know, guys. It's brilliant that you don't really go out in public because you get so tired when you're going through chemotherapy, etc. Like, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting the Chucky and the cancer thing. It's just, and I know it's not just me, guys, but it doesn't seem to be adding up, does it? Something's not quite right there. I think we could all agree with that. It doesn't quite add up. Don't get it. We have so many questions around the royal Kardashians, don't we, guys? All right, that might do for admin. Let's get straight into the reading, guys, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, they're showing me flames and fires. I think we all know, and we've been talking about it here, they've got to keep the global warming, global boiling agenda going. So we're going to see more about, fires, heat. You know, it may not all be happening either. These could be videos. See, we don't know. We don't know. Mainstream media can show us videos from 3 years ago. No one would know. So it can all be dramatised. We know they're very good at doing this because we know how much mainstream media loves to put the fear. Yes, the fear in everybody. So we're going to get a lot more, I keep saying it, about, it's not so much all the melting stuff and the water rising anymore. It's going to be about the heat and how hot we are, which would be terrible for us menopausal women. We will never cope. But I'm getting this, that it's just going to be all global warming and global boiling and visuals of heat and burning and destruction and forests being burnt to the ground, and as they're chopping trees down. Like, go figure. Like, nothing this year, guys, makes sense, does it? So we're going to definitely get more visuals of this, so be ready for it, guys. Oh, it's insane. All right. I am getting these global elites now. They're showing me them touching base with each other. There's a lot of touching base with each other. He's like, Elbo's talking to Trudeau, Trudeau's talking to Macron, Macron's talking to Chris Luxon. I'm getting this, everybody's talking, not in a major way, but they're all touching base. It's almost like it's almost like ringing up a friend and going, so how are you going with it all? Is it all coming together? How are you going? How's your rollout? Oh, I'm sure sushi's in the mix there. So I do feel there's this, they're all testing the waters, see, like who's got what going on and how did you manage to manipulate that around the people and get that in. I'm just getting this, they're all touching base. So they're all kind of communicating at the moment, because we know it's the big year of trying to get it out. I keep saying we've got the red carpet with the gold trimmings. Clown Show 2.0, we call it, but in their mind, it's the big reset carpet. Well, they'd call it their big royal, not royal, but the big grandiose reset is coming out. All right. So they're having to do a lot of communication is what I'm getting with each other. And see, they can't, it's like I've always said, they can't all do it at the same time. Because if they all do ULEZ tracking and tracing at the same time, the whole world will wake up and go, hang on, we don't want to be tracked. So they've got to do a little bit in London and a little bit maybe over here. And, oh, yes, and something else in Australia, like giving all our land away to Panda or whoever, like trialing different things. And they're communicating in the background. Thanks guys for letting us know what's happening in your countries too. It's so good to hear it directly from people living in Ireland and Scotland. I know you guys have got a lot going on. There's things in Sweden. There's a lot happening, guys. Look, sorry, I try to get back to your comments. Sometimes I run out of time at the end of the day by the time I cook dinner and do everything. It takes me a day or two because I like to sit down and really read your comments. So bear with me, guys. Don't think I'm ignoring you and I haven't got the comment, because sometimes it does take me a day or two to get back to you guys. Okay, let's keep going. I'm getting Germany, and they're showing me Germany catapulting things at their government. It's almost like showing me a catapult. You think of an old-fashioned, like, big wooden catapult, and it flies up, and it's showing me, like, bags of flour. Like, bags of flour, but just going and landing on their government. Like, drowning them out, smothering them. I'm getting the German people rising is like a catapult, just smothering the government. It's really good energy over there in Germany. The little people, they're really staying strong in their strength and power. So I am getting that. They've really pushed back on their government. Wish we knew what was happening over there. So I'm getting that. It's like with this catapult thing. Well, fluff on me. With the catapult, when the flour, like massive bags of flour lands on them, it's like it takes away their energy of the government. That's what I'm getting. All right. You think of flour, it's kind of like a flatness, like a flat energy, isn't it? That's why I'm getting it. It's just that's the image I'm getting anyway, which is good. German people, still strong. Okay. But that's why I think we're getting the flower image. They're not being violent. I'm not seeing a lot of violence. I'm just seeing energy, strength, really strong. All right. I'm getting Australia, and I am getting that Elbo's slid down the rung, a couple of rungs on his global elite ladder that he's climbing. I do feel he's slipped down a couple of rungs. People are waking up to Elbo now. I see, I've been saying this for ages. Elbo's dropping in his popularity. Not so popular anymore, Elbo. Actually, was there rumours of Sushi talking? Was there something about a vote maybe in July? That'd be good, guys. You could get rid of him. I don't see him lasting that long, to be honest. But this is what I'm getting for Elbow. He slid down a couple of rungs, but he's determined to get back up. We know he will. He'll drag himself up the ladder of success, old Elbow. But everything he's kind of doing at the moment is turning to shite, basically, because people see through his lies, his BS and garbage. See, you can get on a microphone at the domestic violence rally, for example, protest, whatever it was, and you can say, we're going to make a difference. But you know what he always says? He always says, we have to all make a difference. We all have to step up. It includes all the little peasants, the people peasants and Lego people, that we're the ones that have to make the difference, not him, of course not. So it never wins him people. It never wins him the confidence of the people. It always just looks like he's trying to suck up to the people. So this is where he actually slips down the ladder, because people don't believe his nonsense, BS and lies. Because as I say to you, Elbow is a massive liar, and everything that comes out of his mouth is a massive lie. Pretty much like all the rest of them, really. But Elbow has gone down a couple of rungs on the global climbing ladder of leaders. Oh, poor old Elbow. He's just not popular anymore. But we don't have a great choice. We've got Peter Dutton is our opposition, and it's like, not a lot to choose from. It's annoying when you've only got two, isn't it? All right, let's keep going. Oh, have you seen, I'm getting the Biden administration. Have you seen some of the interviews with Biden lately? Stop making me laugh. There was one come up on Sky News last night about Biden. And guys, seriously, it did not look like him at all. It had no wrinkles on the face. You go and have a look. I can't remember, someone was interviewing, and his eyes looked like weird, but it was like a mask. Seriously, it looked like a mask, because it was like it would have been tucked around his eyes, and it were all through, and he was all like with it, and he's not with it. We know he's not with it. So I just feel like it's like I said to you a few weeks ago, they're really going to push Biden like on the world stage. Like, no, he's fine. There's not even an issue here. People think I'm old, but I'm not old. This is what they're going to push. We know it's all fake trickery, smoke and mirrors show, not even hard to do. Look at the AI generated stuff that we're seeing, i.e. perhaps Kate Middleton sitting on her chair. It does come to mind. I'm just getting this of Biden. They're really trying to they're trying to rebuild his image, but it's too late. I feel in America it's too late. And when they do the opinion polls, we know that Trump's like leading it. But they always make out, what makes me laugh? They always make out it's a very close race. It's a very close race. It'll be like, what is it, like 41? Oh, no, like it's all like just this little tiny gap of 4 or 5% or something. Like you just go, as if. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. With all the immigrant issues that you've had going on over there, I reckon that has been... Oh, that's what the interview was. God, sorry, guys. I just thought of one of the questions of the Biden interview that I saw. They were saying how, it was really, really significant guy. I can't think of the name of him. You guys probably know in America. But he was saying how he represents just such a wonderful dad, how Biden's been a fantastic father. And people really look up to that. This is what the guy interviewing him was saying. Hunter Biden, hello. Always on coke and corrupt as they come, but Biden's been a wonderful father. You've got to go check out the interview, guys. You'll lose it every time you watch these things. Oh, just idiotness. They really do think that people in America are stupid, don't they? But they're not stupid. People know, I reckon now, they were duped at the last voting election. That's just my opinion. Remember, my videos are for entertainment purposes only, guys. Take from them what you choose. All right. So, yeah, they're still going to work on the image of Biden. Like, there's not a problem. I'm not too old. Just because I look 105, not out. I'm not too old. I can still run this country for 4 more years as he's run it into the ground in the last however many years he's been in. Like, imagine it if he was in for another term, guys. Oh my God. That's just don't even think about it, guys. You'll be sick if you're living over there. Oh my goodness. Well, it has been entertaining. We have to look at it that way, don't we? Always. Oh, and Hunter's got away scot-free as per usual. Big Senate hearing inquiries that nothing comes of as per usual or whatever. It never ends, does it? All right. We'll see if there's one more thing and then we'll pull some cards, guys. I keep getting the eliminating red meat out of the diet. I keep getting it. This is high on their agenda. And of course, it's not about anyone's health. We know it isn't. It's about, the thing is, like I say to you guys, whenever my hubby and my son don't have red meat, they get really antsy and weird. Like they're like, oh, I need a steak. I haven't had a steak for 2 weeks or something like that. Like they get really weird. And I'm sure a lot of people out there are the same. It's almost like they need that iron. It's like a need that some people have. Everybody's different, everybody's different. So I am getting that they're still going to try and eliminate red meat. And you think about it, that in turn, if that is a required need, imagine some people's iron levels and things. That could affect people's health. Oh, yes, health. Actually, that reminds me, guys, just while I think of it, this morning on the news, yes, I can't talk too much about it, so I'm not allowed to talk about these things, on SpewTube because they do censor everything. They've come up with, yes, it's always on the news about the pickies. They've come up with apparently a flu jabby that you can just have once. You don't have to have it every year. And I wonder how that's going to work, because that's not going to keep big farmers' pockets lined, is it? So you'd have to pay a fair bit for that one, I'm thinking, unless it's just a little seed plant and they're pretending. But they did say you only have to have it once and then you just never get the flu again. Oh, we've heard these things before, haven't we? I remember hearing that around the CV jab. I think I remember they said that, didn't they? You just have 2 and then you will never get it and you'll never need another one. Well, that went well, didn't it, guys? 4 years later and people are still getting boosted up. Anyway, we won't go down that road, guys. Oh my God. Let me see if there's one more thing, guys. Honestly, could Clown Show 2.0 get any funnier, guys? It is very entertaining. You do have to sit back and have a little giggle at these things. All right. Still getting Iceland. I'm getting Poland. I am getting this communications things. I get it all the time around Iceland, and I am getting it even in Poland. They're showing me like satellite dishes, communications like, it's showing me like light beams almost is what I'm getting. A lot of communication around these. Well, they're like central hubs, I think. I just keep getting it, so I just put it out there, guys. Hang on a minute. I'm still getting China, and I'm getting that they're still forming strong in the background. This freedom movement is forming strong in the background. It's like they're showing me like it being pushed up, being propped up. I feel like there's a lot of people propping up this freedom movement in China. I just keep getting it. I keep saying it because that's what the guides keep giving me. It's being propped up by, and I feel it's by legalities. By the legal standpoint, people have a right to be free. People have a right to their freedom. And we know Trudeau wasn't voted in by the people, right? So basically, when people vote someone in, they're there to represent the people. But it's almost like, and I think we could all agree, that Trudeau has forgotten to represent the people because he doesn't give a rat's razoo. We all know that. It's all about him and his powerful leadership on the world stage. So this is what I'm getting. These we know he's done everything illegally with his stopping the seizing stopping bank accounts from being accessed, using the Emergencies Act illegally, blah blah blah. We know all that happened, but there's even more beneath the surface. This is going to be quite complicated, guys. That's why you need the can't even say it, legalities of it all to prop it up, so things are done through the right channels in order to get people's freedom back. He's such a tyrant, isn't he? Oh, he's such a tyrant. He is. And it's like I was saying yesterday, about it, people fear that it could be worse. You could have somebody worse. I mean, how could you have someone worse? But then he's not Xi Jinping. Someone like Xi Jinping would be worse. Like, there's no doubt. You would be like credit score living in China now. That it would be all on in, surely. We'll have to find out what they're up to over there. But he would be much more controlling. He would have all the kids in the army. You think how big his armies are as Xi Jinping in China. Crazy control. So there are aspects, I guess, you have to compare. As I say to you guys, dictators always go down. Maybe not in China. China's very panda, we call it. Sorry, guys. Panda's very old school. You look at their parliament. There's not a lot of women in there, is there, guys? Nothing against men. I'm just saying they've got that old school way of thinking is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I guess... I don't know what to think for Panda. I just feel sorry for you guys. It's like you're not trapped, but sometimes I think you feel trapped, don't you? I think that's what we get. But you're never trapped. Things can change. Just always keep that in your mind. So I always try and give you that hope. Just remember that things can change. Things can change as long as you go through the right processes. Fingers this freedom movement really rises up. It has to. It has to rise up, and very soon. All right, guys, how about we pull some cards? Let's pull an Awaken card. These are someone local wrote these. These are cute, aren't they? Let's see what we get, guys. Oh, we are light. We love life. Love me. I am light. There we are. Look at all the wings, like the light energy. Clear path. We are light. We are light. We are light beings. And we're enlightened now because we've awoken. We've awakened. Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Let's see what this is. The Path of the Gods. Decisions, meetings, future plans. And see, to me, that's about, look at that scenery. Like, that's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? That's the wonderful, beautiful world that we live in. Look at all the colours, the autumns. And this is about connecting it could be with like-minded souls, like we connect here on my channel. But it's also, I think, with yourself. Like, you have your two selves. Like, you have your old self and your new self. I always think of that. You know how we got that trading places? The Path of the Gods. Decisions, meetings, future plans. And I keep getting that word allow. And it's saying allow spirit to take you. And that to me is listening to your guidance. That could be listening to your higher mind in that as well. And listening to your guidance nice and clearly. I'm going to pull an indigo sage. But see, that to me is the natural beauty of the world. So much beauty in the world. People miss it, Not the BS detectors here on my channel. We don't miss a lot because of our crystal glasses that we have on after you awaken. You just see the world in such a beautiful way. There's so much beauty out there that, like I said, a lot of people are walking around sleepwalking and miss all the wondrous, visions, smells, touching texture. It's that sensory experience that life becomes, isn't it? And here we go. What's this one? Like a little peach. I'd say that's a peach. Reciprocity. I can't speak, guys. Sometimes these words are big. Music of plants. Cease trying to conjure, surrender the old, and play your part in freshness. I love it. Music of plants. See, vibrational frequency. Cease trying to conjure, surrender the old, and play your part in freshness. That's what it is. Life becomes fresh and new when you awaken. It's beautiful. And we do surrender the old. We let it go. We don't want it anymore, do we, guys? We've had enough of that old pains and hurts and emotion or trauma, and we're not there anymore. Let me see if there's anything to finish off with today, guys. Getting that song, perhaps, 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 and when you say you love me, it's so, and I won't let you go. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Don't know why we're getting it. Sometimes we just get songs for no reason. I don't know why we get some of the music we do. You guys are great too. You share a lot of songs with me. It's brilliant. Okay, hang on. I'm getting that song. Is it by Deborah Harry, I think? The tide is high and I'm holding on. I want to be your number one. Number one. That is such an old song. Oh my God, Father. Hey guys, I saw Australian Story the other day. You know how I talk about Peter Garrett from Midnight Oil? I think they've got some new music coming out. Peter Garrett and Midnight Oil. Very exciting. That Aussie band that I always tell you about that are very political. That the song I Got Power and the Passion the other day, and Beds Are Burning, and all those great songs. US Forces, that's another song of theirs. All right, very interesting. It'll be great if there's some new music by them all these years later. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting that song. I don't know who sings it. Is it? Is it? Please don't go. Don't go. Don't go away. Hey, hey, hey. I need an end to your lifetime. I had a dream come true. I was blessed to be loved by someone as wonderful as you. Is that Chicago or Casey and the Sunshine Band? Oh, I can't remember. Please don't go. Oh, I love that song. Don't go. So pretty. Hang on, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I'm getting that John Denver song, Sunshine on My Shoulder. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Sunshine always makes me glad. I'm going to leave you with that song today. I'm going to leave you that song for all you people in the UK and everywhere that you need that sunshine on your shoulder, because it always makes you happy. And you have not had much sun in spring. It's been terrible, you poor things. I've been really lucky here. I've had a really nice autumn, but now it's grey skies, guys. We might swap. You might get the sun now if you're lucky. So I'm going to leave you with that John Denver song, Sunshine on My Shoulders. Is that what it's called? I think it is. Anyway, you'll find it. All right, have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care. Thanks again for watching my videos and being part of my small little channel here. We know YouTube doesn't grow up very fast. It's a pretty slow growing channel. I've been on here for 7 years, guys. Don't forget, hit the like buttons. Please consider subscribing and comment down below. I love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.